Imagine one day your body is severely damaged in an accident, but your brain remains alive. Would you want a new body? It sounds like science fiction, but there's a doctor who believes it could become reality. His name is Sergio Canavero, a controversial Italian neurosurgeon. He claims that human head transplantation could be the greatest breakthrough in medical history. But are we ready to face its consequences? Sergio Canavero has an ambitious vision that has captured the world's attention. To some, he's a visionary genius, but to others, he's a mad scientist tampering with human ethics and morality. His project, called Heaven Head Anastomosis Venture, is an attempt to transfer a human head from a dying body to a healthy one. If successful, this transplant could save countless lives, but it could also change how we perceive identity, the soul, and life itself. Sergio Canavero was born in Turin, Italy, in 1964. A quiet and intelligent child, he had a deep fascination with science and medicine. As a teenager, he read about Dr. Robert White's 1970 monkey head transplant experiment. The experiment left a lasting impression on Sergio. Although the monkey survived for a few days, its body was completely paralyzed due to the spinal cord not being reconnected. This is not the end, Sergio thought. He believed that someday technology would advance enough to make head transplants a reality not just for animals but for humans. Sergio pursued a career in neurosurgery, a field closely aligned with his childhood dream. Over the years, he became an expert in treating spinal injuries and developing new techniques for regenerating nerve tissue. One of his notable innovations was the use of a substance called PEG polyethylene glycol, which could help fuse nerve fibers. But Sergio didn't stop there. He began formulating an ambitious plan for human head transplants, naming the project Heaven. In 2016, Sergio and his team claimed to have successfully transplanted a monkey's head onto another monkey's body. The monkey lived for several hours before dying from complications. Sergio also conducted similar experiments on rats and dogs, with more promising results. Some rats even survived for weeks after the operation. However, these experiments sparked outrage within the scientific community. Many questioned the ethics behind them. This is inhumane, some critics said, while others accused Sergio of seeking attention. Sergio eventually announced his plan to perform the first human head transplant on a Russian patient named Valery Spiridonov, who suffered from a rare condition called Werdnig-Hoffmann disease, a disorder that causes muscle degeneration. Valery, whose body was deteriorating, volunteered for the high-risk procedure. The planned operation involved a team of 150 doctors and nurses, with an estimated cost of over $20 million. Sergio outlined a detailed procedure. 1. Head detachment. The patient's head would be severed using an ultra-sharp blade. 2. Attachment to a new body. The spinal cord would be fused using PEG to regenerate the nerves. 3. Recovery. The patient would be placed in a medically induced coma for weeks to allow healing. However, the plan never materialized. In 2018, Valery withdrew from the project due to the high risks involved. Sergio also faced legal and ethical challenges in various countries. To this day, no human head transplant has ever been performed. The Heaven Project symbolizes humanity's boundless ambition, but it also serves as a reminder of the dangers of pursuing science without ethical considerations. Will head transplants become a reality someday? If so, we'll face profound questions. Does our identity reside in the head or the body? What if head transplants are misused to create superhumans? Most importantly, is this truly a step forward for humanity, or the beginning of our moral downfall? Sergio Canavero has shown the world that science always has two sides: immense potential for good but also great risks if misused.